Hey, it just popped up in my head. I noticed that we're approaching the 4-year anniversary of George Floyd, and I have evidence on my channel where I was seeing how at one point racism didn't exist and he didn't matter. Now, I believe, let me just say this. I want to apologize for anything I've said in the past about him. Now, I do stand on the fact that he died of drugs. I don't feel like he died because of the knee on his neck. And I myself almost died of drugs, unfortunately. But I don't want to speak down on him because he did not choose to have his death highlighted by the media. He just died at the wrong time. Because George Floyd, I'm gonna say this again, could have been anybody. He could have been me. He could have been your next door neighbor. It's just the timing that didn't help. Because let me tell you right now, they don't care whenever it's black on black crime, it's black on white, white on white. Whatever narrative they're trying to push, this is just what it is. But what I don't like, and you guys need to look at this, look at it like this. This is how they view black men. They find the worst person they could find. They find somebody with a record, somebody with extensive history of drug use, and this is what they show as their representation of the black man. While when black women die, you get women that are college educated, they have careers. I mean, rarely do you see women dying, but when they highlight a woman's death, a black woman's death, they try to find a good representation, but they find the worst. You get George Floyd, and I'm not saying they're bad people, but their actions don't look good for representing black men. Eric Gardner did not work at all. He didn't work a job. His wife called him a lazy bum. I bust my ass every day to get what I feel I need to survive in this world. I don't look for other people to do that for me. And it's just embarrassing. These are the people that they choose to, highlight, that represent black men. Because let me tell you right now, they rarely talk about these are two things I notice. They love to see black men victimized, and they love to see black men crying. Because George Floyd died, his death was a horror movie. Like the way he died, the circumstances around him dying was a horror movie. But notice how they don't really talk about anything whenever it involves a black man who isn't portrayed as the victim. They don't really talk about it because they don't want to portray black men being masculine. Like that guy, open the door a little bit. That guy, I think it was in Texas, was it Micah Johnson, the one that shot those police officers? They don't hardly talk about him. You don't ever hear them talking about, what's that dude? What's the cop in LA who killed those cops? Christopher Dorner. You hardly ever hear them talking about that because these dudes were masculine. They stood on what they believed, whether you agree with them or not. They did the shit that they felt was wrong. They took care of the things that they felt was wrong. They didn't just complain about it. They didn't just march. They actually took action, and that's the thing that they don't want to really highlight. I'm sorry if I could probably if I confuse you on what I'm trying to say, but George Floyd, like I said, he met all the criteria for what they were trying to represent when a black man dies. Criminal record, no steady job, multiple kids. This is what they want to portray us as. And don't feel bad if you are like this in life. If this is where you are in life, know that you could change. It's okay, because I've been in some bad places myself. But I just noticed that when black men die, they show the worst representation that they could find. And this is what they show to the world. But